In today's climate, nothing will make you a more accurate or confident shooter than Crimson Trace laser sighting systems. Get the immediate, decisive advantage of the world's only grip-integrated laser sights today. Shoot better. Stay safer. Crimson Trace.
Broadcasting nationwide, this is Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. Your views, advice, and questions are the driving force of Gun Talk. Call Tom now at 866-TALK-GUN. That's 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Or reach out to us via email at tom@guntalk.com. Let us know what you think about the gun-related issues of the day. Now, here's Tom Gresham.
Welcome. Glad you could be with us in the third hour of Gun Talk. By the way, this is not going to be our last because we do the after show just after this. That's the one where we kind of go a little bit fun. We have fun with it because it's not on the air. You have to download the after show to hear it. So I hope that you're tuning in. By the way, if you are a fan of the after show, give us a holler. I'd love to know what you're thinking. Our number is 866-TALK-GUN. Now, of course, you know that we produce 3 TV shows actually now: Guns and Gear, Gun Talk, and now First Person Defender. Gun Talk show is kind of story based. We go to different places, and one of the most fun places I have been for this. We went a couple of months ago now out in Idaho. We went to the Ironman competition, the MGM Ironman, and I had heard lots of stories about it. They said it's hard, it's tough, it's long, it's brutal. And I thought, after having been there, I thought, oh, you guys didn't even get close to it. It's a whole lot tougher than all of that. It is, and it's a hoot. It is so much fun. And those shows, by the way, are going to be airing this week on Pursuit, this week and next week, actually, on Pursuit Channel. So it'll be a chance for you to take a look at those. Joining us right now from MGM Targets, the outfit that puts on the Ironman, is Travis Gibson. Travis, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, Tom. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you out at the Midnight 3 Gun also. You were running around like a chicken with his head cut off running that match.
Yeah, as usual.
I've never seen you slow down or sit down as I think about it.
Well, there's plenty of time to sleep when you're dead, I guess.
All right. First of all, tell people what MGM Targets is.
MGM Targets, we manufacture basically firearms training equipment. That goes everything from steel rifle and pistol targets to live fire shoot houses, indoor range, high angle shooting towers, and the whole 9 yards. So the majority of the work that we do is steel rifle and pistol targets, though.
Okay, I mean, you got things like spinners and poppers and all that kind of thing. I'm looking at your website, mgmtargets.com, and people can actually go and just order those directly from you, right?
That's correct. Yeah, there's if you're some of the stuff that we've got, Cabela's is carrying, but if you're just go to the website and that's got everything that we've got there on our website. It's easy to order there.
And one of the things I found is that you're always creating new things, and you may think you have seen all the different kinds of targets, and then when you go to the website, you're going, "Well, I never saw that thing before. That looks like fun."
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that we've got on there, Tom, is something where I'm thinking of like our precision rifle target is a great one. It's, mostly military and law enforcement training tool, but, we had one that just had a center chest hole on it, and the guy says, hey, if you do this and, put this T-zone in the, up in the top and blah, 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 and it's basically a lot of the stuff that we've got on there is just a modification or an adaptation of something that's already out there, just trying to make it a little more fun and a little more user-friendly for the shooters.
Right, so whether you got a shooting range, a commercial range, or if you just got some room back at the back of the house in the back 40, you just want some fun targets, you can take care of that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we do lots of sales to private individuals that, and that's the other thing with all the targets we make. We try to make them where they're easily portable for the guy that, doesn't have a pickup truck and can't shoot at his house. He's got to throw it in the trunk of his car, and so it breaks down nice and small. It's easy to get out to the range.
Okay, the MGM Ironman, it is a 3-gun competition, but in most 3-gun competitions, you bring 3 guns to the event, a rifle, pistol, and shotgun, but you'll have a shotgun stage or a rifle stage or a stage where you use 2 of the guns. That's not what happens at the Ironman, is it?
No, it's more like a 4 or a 5 or maybe a 6-gun stage sometimes.
It really is. You use all your guns and everything, and I can't even imagine. I mean, for people to understand, at a typical 3-gun competition, how many rounds will you generally shoot at a stage?
On on a stage, you're, like some of the bigger round count stages, you will shoot, maybe a total, I think the biggest one that I've shot is about 42 on one 42 stage. 42 rounds on a stage. That is not by any stretch of the imagination average, though. Most of the, average matches you're going to go to, it's going to be 28, 30, 32 maybe.
Okay. 28, 32 rounds on a stage, and that's going to be in the 30-second, maybe as much as a minute, but generally you're looking at, real short period of time. All right, so take us to the Ironman. What kind of round count are we looking at, not for the whole match, but for a single stage on some of these?
For a single stage, what I've tried to do, Tom, is I try and you're going to shoot at least 30 rounds through all three guns on every single stage. And some of them, there's going to be, like a fourth gun, your bonus target gun. So, you might put 15, 20, 25 rounds through that one as well.
Now, that's assuming that you hit. That's assuming that you hit with every shot, though.
If you go one for one, that's how many you'll need, is 30 of each gun.
As I was watching, a lot of people did not go one for one. Not many people could shoot as well as you can, Travis. And I saw people shoot 150 rounds or more on a single stage.
Oh yeah, it's that's why it's so the thing is so crazy and outrageous, because those round counts are based on one round per target, on all the steels and clays and oculars and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's if you go one for one.
We saw one stage where you had targets that were from 6 feet from you out to 890 yards.
Yeah, 895, I think, from the one firing position. So yeah, 895
yards to 6 feet on the same stage. That's nuts. That's crazy, don't you?
Yeah, that's what makes it Ironman, being a little off the wall.
I can't tell you how many people we went up to and said, well, are you okay? And they'd get up and they'd be limping, they'd be hurting, they'd be bleeding. I mean, there's people bleeding all over the place. They go, oh, yeah, man, it's the Ironman. I love this stuff.
Yeah, if you make it through the entire Ironman without bleeding on some portion of your gear, you're not doing it right.
It is really crazy. And then you do all this in Parma, Idaho, and there's this added factor. Okay, it's hard, it's long, the targets are tough. You change the rules for this, which is interesting. In other matches, you're on your own. At the Ironman, not so much.
Right. Yeah, and what we're trying to do here is originally the way it started out, and I think where you're going here is the coaching aspect of it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what originally happened here is the courses of fire were so complex and there was so much going on, nobody could even remember what all the heck they were supposed to shoot. So the staff, the range officer, would help the shooter out. And it finally got to the point where we didn't want to be putting undue stress on the range officer, so we started letting, if your buddies want to help you out and help you remember where the targets are, that's fine. And we do that.
When you have trouble, they can bring you ammo if your gun goes down, and it probably will.
There's a good chance.
There's a good chance. We were watching Chris Sereno. He was shooting one deal, and he's saying, my shotgun's going down. He could actually see a screw coming out of his shotgun. He says, I need a shotgun. And you're 100 yards back, and you're talking to me. And it's like you've got rabbit ears, and you hear this way off, and you just suddenly scream, I've got a shotgun! And you grabbed the shotgun, and you took off running like your tail end was on fire, running to give him a shotgun.
Well, and what it all goes back to, Tom, is we just want everybody we want that to be the best match of their season. And, like you're saying, if you're going to shoot 30 rounds through every gun on every stage, if you clean your guns once a day, that means you're only shooting 280 rounds through each one of your guns each day. So there's a good chance it's going to puke on you. But like I said, we want everybody to have a great time out there. And so, if Chris's gun is going down, here's my shotgun. Obviously, it's got to be empty when I bring it up to him, and he's got a loader on his own. But, hey, at least the thing's working, and he can continue to shoot.
And we probably ought to explain, it's not that he has a bad gun, because that brings us to the element of the Parma dust. If you imagine brown talcum powder, the finest dust you ever saw, it gets into everything.
Yeah, it's like gritty flour. I mean, it's really bad. And that's, most of the times when I go out of town to a match, I don't clean my guns. I'll clean it before I leave, and I'll shoot the entire match without cleaning a gun. This is one of the matches where I'm going to clean the gun. After the second day, I clean all my stuff. because I know it's not going to make it through the last day.
No, those guns just won't make it the whole match. Well, you're shooting a lot more ammo, and you got the Parma dust, and it's amazing. It's the Ironman, the MGM Ironman competition. It's 3 days? 3 days long.
Yep.
And a bunch of different stages. You got a zip line up there that people can try. You got pick it up. Like how heavy was that dummy people were running and carrying?
Oh, it gets over exaggerated. Honestly, it was probably only about 95 or 100 pounds. It wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be.
That's all. So you had to run. You had to shoot a stage, run 150 yards across the parking lot, shoot another stage, pick this thing up that weighs 100 pounds, run with it, climb up stairs, throw it up on top of the roof, come back down, and run a whole nother stage and shoot it. And that is one stage.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, we had to spread it out a little bit to make sure we got all the room we needed to shoot that many rounds down in those little tiny pits down there.
Well, I'll tell you, the show we did on this, actually we have 2 shows. They're really going to show it off well. I'm very proud of how it came about, and you and your crew are absolutely first-rate. Best range officers I have seen at any match. You guys should really be proud. You got a good team there.
Well, thanks, Tom. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, everybody that's ever come out and, to film, I tell them, like, these guys that are coming out to do this, I tell my range officers, these guys that are coming out to do the filming, they're helping grow the sports. They're getting the word out there about how much fun this is, and so it's in our best interest to make sure that we do a good job for them and help them out in any way, shape, or form. And you're exactly right. I got a great crew out there, and I couldn't be happier with them.
You absolutely do. Travis, thank you so much. Hey, for more information on the targets, at mgmtargets.com. That'll get you there. Travis Gibson, thank you so much.
Thanks, Tom. Enjoyed talking with you.
All righty, you take care. All righty, 866-TALK-GUN. Well, now we are open lines for you.
One machine, one operator. Each machine is run by a single pair of hands. Hands that spend all day, every day, learning the machine inside and out. We don't believe in quotas. The point is crafting faultless ammunition, no matter how long that takes. It's not quick or easy. Being the best never is. Black Hills Ammunition. It started with our hands.
In the war on terror, fighting crime in the streets, in competition and homes around the world, one name in firearms stands out: SIG Sauer. Our pistols and rifles are renowned for their unfailing performance. This same commitment to excellence can be found in our line of SIG-TAC accessories and the training offered by the SIG Sauer Academy. For unmatched quality, reliability, and innovation when it counts, choose SIG Sauer. Visit sigsauer.com today.
In today's climate, you always need to be ready. Nothing will make you a more accurate or confident shooter than Crimson Trace laser sighting systems. Get the immediate, decisive advantage of the world's only grip-integrated laser sights. Shoot better. Stay safer. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com for a free copy of our new laser training video, The Laser's Edge.
The .45 Auto, also known as the 1911, is the standard other defensive pistols are measured against. No matter what pistol you carry, techniques developed around the 1911 are vital. You know you need training, and you know your concealed carry class definitely was not training. Now Gun Talk presents an exciting DVD, Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. Tiger's unique training style will have you drawing, moving, shooting, and running your gun better, no matter what style pistol you prefer. At ShopGunTalk.com, you can order our DVDs of Tiger's instruction. ShopGunTalk.com also has a 2-DVD set, including Concealed Carry 1. Get both for the information you know you need. This really is life and death. ShopGunTalk.com has DVDs, books, and other essential gear. ShopGunTalk.com. That's ShopGunTalk.com.
Springfield Armory presents the Gear Up promotion. Until October 31st, customers who purchase any new Springfield Armory pistol can sign up to receive 3 additional magazines and a free double bag pouch by visiting gearup.springfield-armory.com. That's a value of up to $135. XDs, XDMs, the XDS, and all 1911s. To learn about all the Springfield Armory firearms, go to springfield-armory.com.
You don't need a smartphone to listen to Gun Talk online. Just log on to guntalk.com and click the Listen tab for options that'll let you listen right on your computer. Here again, Tom Gresham as Gun Talk continues.
All right, back with the 866 Talk Gun. Get you in here, 866 Talk Gun. Yeah, if you get a chance, you definitely want to see this show, or actually two shows we've done on the MGM Ironman event. It's amazing. Pursuit is the network it's on. That's on Direct TV channel 604, Dish channel 393. Check your local listings, and then we'll put it up online. And then it's on in January. It starts running on the Sportsman channel also. So lots of ways for you to pull that down to get that. Let's go to line 2. Casey's with us out of Roseburg, Oregon. Casey, thank you for your patience. How are you?
I'm good, Tom. Thanks for taking my call today. Nice to talk to you.
You bet. You say you went to Front Sight.
We did. Me and my wife both attended. It was a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we're both real experienced shooters. We've both been to more than one academy. But we went there, honestly, just because we got a really good deal on a 4-day shooting class, handgun shooting class. Uh-huh. And there were some things that we elected not to adopt, you know, that didn't work out for our shooting style. But honestly, we had a great time, and the amount of training that we got for what was really a pretty ridiculous price, low price, mm-hmm. was fantastic, and we were very happy with the experience.
That's good to hear. Let me ask you, what other gunfighting schools have you been to?
Well, I've been to 2 police academies, and then I've had quite a bit of experience with our local shooting range, where we're both members. And my wife as a matter of fact, both of us are chief range safety officers with the club. They have defensive shoots on Saturdays and some other training classes that you can take there. And then when you say you've been to police academies, I mean as a police officer? That's correct. 2 of them.
All right.
Now, I mean, it's not the end-all, be-all. And like I said, there were some things that we didn't elect to adopt because they just, I thought they were a little bit inferior. But for somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience, really, for the person who just got their concealed carry permit, I mean, when you really go there, you can literally walk in the door, knowing very little, and walk out the other door in 4 days, or the 2-day class if you elect to do that. Honestly, it was so inexpensive, I didn't see a reason to go down there just for 2 days. But you can walk out the door after 4 days and know a lot more than the average person on the street carrying gun. And, I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, like I said, it's not the end-all, be-all, but I was very happy that I took the course, and that's after. I mean, you know, it didn't teach me a whole lot that I didn't already know, but it was a great refresher course for me.
Okay, and I can see that. And look, I appreciate the first-hand report because that's what I was looking for on this, and I'd heard a number of things, including the fact that, you know, or at least what I've been told is that you get pitched on the membership or on real estate and all of that, and that was a big turnoff for me. So did you experience that?
Well, there was a little bit of that. Excuse me if my signal's breaking up here. There was a little bit of that, but honestly, I didn't see it as that intrusive. I mean, you do your shooting in the morning, and then everybody gets together for lunch in one big assembly hall. And during the lunch, they give you some speeches about concealed carry law, how to handle situations out on the street, avoiding trouble, that sort of thing. And they do talk about some of their deals that they have. But as far as like being in your face, selling it to you, we saw none of that.
All right. Well, look, that's good information, Casey. I appreciate the call, and I appreciate the range report. That's what we're always looking for that. So good information. Let's see. Oh, I got to jump up to line 1. Joel is with us. Hey, Joel, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Tom. Thank you for taking my call.
How can we help you?
I have a Kel-Tec 380 that I've had for several years, the first concealed carry pistol, and it's when I shoot it, it's got a lot of recoil. And so when my wife got a concealed carry, she got a Bodyguard 380. It's really smooth, and then my mother's 73 years old, and we've got her a Taurus 380, and both of those shoot really without a lot of recoil, but that Kel-Tec is rough, and I've been told that there's a single spring compared to 2 springs. I've emailed Kel-Tec and have had no response. Just wondered, is there some way that you could make that recoil not so strong, or get rid of it and get one of those others for myself?
Well, of course, the Bodyguard is not the same size as a Kel-Tec. It's small. It's larger, so you got a little bit more to hang on to, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the Taurus you got, I don't know which one you got. Is it the one that's the same size, or is it a little bigger than the Kel-Tec?
It's the same size. It was like $199 at Academy, very inexpensive.
Okay. Here's what you're fighting is basic physics. You got a little gun that's very lightweight and almost no real estate to work with, nothing to grab onto, and so it's just gonna kick. I don't know of any way to swap springs out that's going to make that any better. If you don't like the gun, sell the gun or trade the gun and get something else. Sometimes I think we want to stay with what we have and maybe alter it, fix it, whatever, when it may turn out that, look, just make a swap is the better way to go. I don't know. But I know that small 380s have to kick just because of what they are. They're small, they're lightweight, you've got a certain amount of energy there. That's just the physics of the deal. That's why I kind of like a little bit larger guns. The Ruger LC380. There's like 2 or 3 380s that are a little bigger than the LCP, the Kel-Tecs. A lot easier to control, easier to work the slide on them for sure. Those are very nice. So there's no shortage of guns to choose from. If you got one you don't like, let somebody else enjoy it. Then you get one that you really like. That's what we do. We trade guns.
Tom Gresham's Gun Talk is broadcast nationwide every Sunday. If you can't hear Gun Talk where you live, call your local talk format station and clue them in on Gun Talk. Stay tuned. We're coming right back. Now broadcasting nationwide on radio, via satellite, and through downloads, iTunes, the Gun Talk app, and other podcast clients. You're listening to Gun Talk with Tom Gresham.
866-TALK-GUN gets you in here, or shoot me an email, tom@guntalk.com. Of course, we have Twitter running. I'm at GunTalk over on Twitter. Lots of things happening. Oh, by the way, if you don't have it, be sure to get the Gun Talk app for your smartphone. That downloads the show. You can listen to it anywhere. It's, what is it, $1.99? Tried to make it for free, but the guys who produced it had to get something out of it. So we're now making dozens of dollars out of our app. Line 3, Vance is with us out of Reno, Nevada. Hey, Vance, welcome.
Good afternoon, Tom. Hey, I got a question. A couple months back, there was another caller that said he confronted his boss, or not confronted, but anyways, talked to his boss when his boss was walking around the floor, and about keeping firearms, I guess, in our vehicles. Mm-hmm. I've got somewhat the same dilemma, and I'm going to be having a meeting with one of the big mucky mucks here this week, and I'm a little bit at a loss as how to open it up. Basically what the situation is on a briefing that every person gets, and everybody gets rebriefed every year. In the safety section of this briefing on video, it says weapons and explosives are not allowed in any vehicles while on company property except where allowed by law. And I brought this to the attention of my immediate supervisor. and she's pro-gun. Most everybody around here that I work with is pro-gun. My concern is to and from work, and that's it.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm a little confused on how to open up.
Yeah, no, I understand. You say except as allowed by law.
Except we're allowed by law. It says we're allowed by law. And Nevada law says we can keep weapons at the ready in our vehicles.
I know what I would do.
Yes, sir.
I would keep my gun in my car, and I would not mention it to my employer, because it sounds to me like you could take that and that written policy and say, it is allowed by law, so you said I could do this and allow it by law, so I'm good to go. I would not stir this thing up. I would not even mention it.
Well, it's a little too late because, like I said, my immediate supervisor, who has jurisdiction over a large geographical area here at several of our facilities, she is very much pro-gun, and she's very much aware that off the job that I do carry open.
Yeah.
And I brought this to her attention, and she says, well, this person's going to be here at such and such a day for such and such an event. Let's have a little meeting with her. So I'm kind of stuck.
No, you're not. You need to find a way out, because let me tell you, you've got it right now where you can have that gun in your car. According to their policy, if it's legal in the state, it's legal in their parking lot.
Okay. Do you think maybe I should go to the DA or somebody and get something in writing about that, or no?
No, I think you should call in sick that day. Don't take the meeting and shut up. Don't bring it up again. You've got it where you want it. It can only go wrong from here. Don't stir this thing. Don't touch it. Don't talk about it. You already have the...
Tom.
Wait. Man, I'm trying to figure out why in the world this has become an issue when your company manual says you could have a gun in your car.
Well, the accepted belief is amongst all the co-workers is that it's an absolute. You cannot have a weapon of any kind in your vehicle, period, end of story. And I'm kind of painted into a corner here in that we're committed to coming in on, everybody is pretty much committed to coming in on this particular day. And get this as a kind of a side note, to comply with Obamacare requirements.
Okay, well, we'll get into that. I'm just going to stick to the firearms issue. So, I mean, all right, you've made a deal out of this thing, and now you got to go, man. We got to learn to recognize when we've got the win we want and not try to salvage a loss out of it. Okay, you're going to have the meeting. Maybe, man, I would go and say, look, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here and that Nevada law says that this is legal and our employer manual says that this is legal. We're all good with that? Good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the win, man. If there were any way possible, I would find a way to kill this meeting. If there's any way possible, kill this meeting and tell all your coworkers, keep your guns in your car and shut up. You already got what you want. Look, I appreciate the call. I find that, unfortunately, sometimes we are guilty of trying to make sure we snatch a defeat out of the jaws of victory. Man, line 4, Justin's with us out of Illinois. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Tom. Actually, I guess it's a luck of the draw today because I'm the one who was speaking to my employer about that, the policy. Okay. I actually agree with you 100%. I think he's got the win. He should just let it go. I was actually dealing with a situation where they were against having firearms in the parking lot, so I was trying to get it changed.
Different deal there. So you're a duck hunter.
Yes, actually, I got my first duck blind this year. I've been getting into it with my brother. And I'm kind of, I'm looking to spend some money on some gear. I need to get some, obviously, because I don't have any yet. And there are so many different brands out there. I don't know who to go with. And I know that you can always read reviews online, but everybody has an opinion, and it just it's not always going to match my specific needs. Sure. And I know I can always go to the neighbor.
What are you looking for specifically?
Well, there are two real items I'm looking into, and one is the Cabela's neoprene waders, and there's a 4-in-1 parka. There's a couple different people who make them. I think Drake makes one. Cabela's, Browning may make one. And, I just don't really know who to go with because there's so many different options.
Okay, let me jump in. The 4-in-1 parkas are a great idea. Browning, everything that Browning makes is high quality. It just is. They've got the Dirty Bird 4-in-1 parka. It's going to be more expensive. It's also going to last you. You'll get tired of it before it wears out. That's what will happen. They're just that good. On the waders, probably the Cabela's brand neoprene waders are going to be just fine. The beautiful part about neoprene waders is if you rip them, a little bit of glue, you get neoprene wader glue, you glue it, and it glues right back, and you're good to go. So I wouldn't stress about it. It's almost impossible to make a bad decision on waders. Just get you some neoprene waders. The parka is going to be the more important thing, and if it's in your budget, I would probably steer you toward the Browning.
Well, because I actually, I have a deal with my wife. I get one gun a year, and I forfeited my firearm this year because I drew a blind for the 3-year draw. And because I was actually looking into actually next year, I'm hoping to either get a 3.5-inch 12 gauge or a 10 gauge. I don't know which one to go with either, so I'll probably be calling you back on that one down the road.
Let me ask you: Are you shooting a lot of geese?
Well, we're going to be hitting snow goose very hard late in the season, and I don't. Right now, all I have is a 3-inch 870 and a 3-inch bright and gold hunter. And I know I want something that can reach out a little bit further, but that's going to come in a few more months down the road. After come January 1, hey, that's a new year. It's fair game again.
Yeah,
but,
I hear you. Well, look, that's what I would do. I would go with the Browning parka, go with the Cabela's waders. And we got to talk about this whole swapping out your gun for parka deal, man. It doesn't need to be an either or. There's got to be some way for it to be a both in there. I mean, birthday, Christmas, something. But at any rate, and when you and I just so you know, I am not a fan of 3.5-inch magnums. I think they pattern awfully, terribly. I think a good 3-inch load will shoot just as far, kill just as well as 3-inch, kick less. So I do think there's a lot to be said for the 3-inch over the 3.5. Just my take on it. All right, 866 Talk Gun.
Long-range shooting is challenging and fun, but most precision rifle bullets aren't right for hunting. Nosler's AccuBond LR long-range bullets are designed specifically for hunters. They combine the incredible on-game performance AccuBond bullets have delivered around the world with incredible long-range properties. High ballistic coefficients make for bullets which shoot flat and defy the winds. The sleekest, flattest shooting, bonded hunting bullet ever designed. Nosler's AccuBond LR. For more info, visit nosler.com.
Wouldn't it be cool if you could use your AR magazines in a bolt-action rifle? Now you can with Mossberg's MVP rifles. The patent-pending design is a first for bolt-action rifles. Choose from 5.56 and 223 to 204 Ruger, 300 AAC Blackout, and 308 Varmint, Predator, Patrol, and MVP Flex System models. Adjustable trigger too. AR mags in a bolt rifle. The Mossberg MVP. See more at mossberg.com.
Are you looking for a place to shoot? The National Shooting Sports Foundation has a great website called wheretoshoot.org. It's the largest database of shooting ranges on the internet. It's also a great resource for shooters where you can find video tips, printable targets, and a lot more. Find it online at wheretoshoot.org. And while you're there, download their free iPhone app. That's wheretoshoot.org.
The Ruger SR-45, a large caliber pistol with a trim, ergonomic profile. Like the popular Ruger SR-9 and SR-40, the SR-45 is perfectly sized to be comfortable and controllable with a slim, ergonomic grip and narrow slide. It features an adjustable 3-dot sight system, Ruger's unique reversible back strap, an ambidextrous manual safety and magazine release, and built-in Picatinny rail. The Ruger SR45, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
For 36 years, the U.S. Sportsmen's Alliance has been fighting to protect hunting, fishing, and trapping for sportsmen from coast to coast. Today, we are under constant attack from extremist animal rights groups who want to end your ability to hunt in the U.S. Join us to protect our sporting heritage and our way of life outdoors. To join or for more information on how you can help, go to ussportsman.org. That's ussportsman.org.
Tired of paying for one concealed carry holster after another that's flimsy, hard to hide, or just plain uncomfortable? Alien Gear holsters feature a super stealthy and ultra comfortable design. Our professional quality holsters are backed by an ironclad triple guarantee, including a free 30-day test drive, free shell trades for life, and a forever warranty. Starting at just $29.88, you won't find a better quality or better priced holster on the planet. Any planet. Go to aliengearholsters.com to get yours now.
Take Gun Talk with you wherever you go. Now streaming through Stitcher, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, and the Gun Talk app, available for your Android or iPhone. Just search Gun Talk in the App Store. Now back to Gun Talk.
All right, scooting out to the East Coast where Glenn is with us and Maryland online too. Hello, Glenn. You're on Gun Talk. Got a range report for us?
I do. I went out today and I was shooting an M1 Garand chambered in .308. I got it from the Civilian Marksmanship Program.
Huh.
And also a Rock River 9mm AR-15.
A 9mm AR-15. Why did you buy that?
Because they're just a lot of fun to shoot. I mean, I can hit consistently out to 125 yards or more with that gun, and I got an NSA Trust this year, so you know what's going to go on the end of it.
Yes, a muffler.
Yeah.
And
I just wanted to let you know that I contacted you off of your Gun Talk app. So I just hit the contact button, called right in, and got right through.
See, the Gun Talk app is... Now, how long have you had the Gun Talk app?
I've had it probably for about 6 months.
Okay, and it's a button on there that says contact, and you hit that button and it calls into the show.
Yeah, you can call right into the show, or you can email, whatever. It's very convenient.
Sweet. All right, now tell me more about the AR-15 and 9mm. What kind of mags does it use?
It just uses regular, like Colt 9mm AR-15 magazines. There's a bunch of aftermarket magazines that'll go into it. You can modify Uzi magazines for it, but there's just plenty of standard magazines out there that'll work.
And what's the mag capacity?
In Maryland, we have 10 rounds. That's the capacity.
I won't ask you anything else about that.
10 round capacity. That's what 10 we have.
That is what, exactly. You understand, Tom? Yes, exactly, Glenn. You have 10 round capacity. I'm with you there. Very good. So now the M1 Garand in .308. What are you doing with that? Just having fun at the range?
Well, oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have 2 or 3 already from the CMP in .30-06, and I have 2 in .308 just because they're a lot of fun to shoot. And it's just different. You know, it has a block inside the magazine where you put the M block clip in, so you can't put .30-06 in there. So that's a safety feature, which is nice.
Right.
So,
exactly.
But you can use the same M block clips, and it's just a different experience, and it's just a lot of fun to shoot.
Great. Well, look, I appreciate the range report. Lots of fun out there. And by the way, I think an AR-15 and 9mm might be a really cool self-defense, home defense rig also. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking that. Put a can on there, that is a suppressor, and use subsonic 9mm ammo. And now we've got a really quiet gun, which would be a ton of fun at the range. And if you were concerned about your hearing, shooting inside, that would be something there too. Anyway, when we come back, I want to touch just briefly on the Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America and talk about your bullies. They got mad because they couldn't bully Kroger, the grocery store, into requesting that we don't bring our guns there. So they have gone nuts on this thing, putting up billboards, buying TV commercials. They never had anybody turn them down before. This is going to be interesting to watch.
Join the NRA via Tom Gresham's Gun Talk website and receive $10 off the regular membership price. Log on to guntalk.com for details. You're listening to Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. Just because we're wrapping up on the air doesn't mean we're done talking about guns. Stick around for the after show. It's our podcast-only version designed to include all the stuff we simply couldn't fit into a regular show. Call in now at 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Now, back to Tom.
By the way, September 11th anniversary coming up. The attacks of 9/11, of course, in New York, in Washington, and Pennsylvania. Reminds me of when a friend of mine, NYPD guy, met us at the airport in New York on September 11th, and I said, all right, he's normally a 1911 guy. What are you carrying today? He said, I'm carrying my Glock. I said, okay. He said, I just thought with it being 1911, you never know what's going to happen, or 9/11. He usually carries 1911 and then 9/11. So I might need more ammo. I said, okay, which leads me to just mention, on the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, the terrorists like to do attacks with significance like that. Watch yourself, watch your back, carry. And remember, your job is not to save the world. Your job is to save yourself and your family and get them out of there. That's all. That's all. If you could do that by grabbing them and dragging them out, and I'm talking about physically grabbing them and getting them the H out of there. That's what you do. The other thing is, people say, well, but if I'm by myself, yeah, you know what? If you get yourself killed, they still lose their father or their mother. Just something for you to consider. This Moms Demand Action gun control group, it's a Bloomberg-funded front group. Okay, that's all it is. He found out that his mayors against illegal guns those guys kept getting thrown into jail and prison. It was embarrassing, so he created this other group. And they have badgered, Starbucks and some other stores, Target, into saying, hey guys, we would really rather you didn't bring your guns in. And that's a PR win for them. It's not a gun ban, but the Moms Demand Action gets this PR win. So they tried to do that with Kroger, this national grocery store, and Kroger said, you know what? Our policy is whatever's legal in the state's legal. We're going to go with that. Well, the Moms Demand Action never had anybody turn down their extortion before, their boycott efforts. So they were losing their minds. Now they have created these videos and billboards and targeting Kroger executives. Now they're going to put up a billboard near the Kroger national headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio. They're going crazy. Of course, they're using it as a big fundraiser also. So I'm just looking at this. And then, you know what we have to do? I've said for years, we are always very quick to complain. Oh, I'm going to write them a letter. I'm going to send them an email. Okay, when you're mad. But do you ever do it when you want to say thanks? Not as much. It's just human nature. We don't as much. Wouldn't be a bad idea to go on the Kroger website. It's Kroeger. Kroger. And go to the customer service thing and just say, hey guys, thanks. I appreciate you respecting my civil rights. Repeat, civil rights. We appreciate that. And I will continue to be a Kroger customer. Because they're getting the anti-gunners, the gun banners are saying, I'll never shop at that store again because of this dangerous gun policy. That's what they're saying. Dangerous gun policy. Really? Hasn't resulted in anybody getting shot. It's just the state law. That's all it is. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see if Kroger caves in to the pressure. And to help them resist it, it's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to me. Shoot them a note and say, hey guys, appreciate it. Really like what you're doing there. You'll have a customer for life as long as you hold the line against these gun ban extortionist type people. All right. Don't go anywhere. The after show is coming on. If you got a question, a comment, or a range report, call us right now. 866-TALK-GUN. 866-TALK-GUN will get you in. Be safe this week and check your six.